Okay, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget, this is still the voice of Niger Trends. Media range of the finalists is here. Onyeka speaks about the kiss she had with Ozee. Wanni speaks, Victoria speaks. Check it out.
Felt so weird. I felt down. I was just like drowning. But regardless, I'm glad I was able to just like move past this, and it's been great so far.
Absolutely. Like I said, you did definitely blossom into your own whilst in the house. Even towards the end, some may say that there seems to be a little bit of a love triangle. Yeah, I know it's a little bit awkward because we're all here, but hey, listen, we're all here. We're all going to talk about it. It seems as though you and Ozee were getting closer towards the end of the show, which viewers were kind of like, what's going on? Because they did notice that there seems to be a little bit of tension between yourself and Onyeka. So do you want to speak on the relationship with Ozee and what that was whilst you were in the house?
So to be honest, it's just friendship, and I think I'll just leave it for now. It's just
Okay.
friendship, yeah.
Okay, just friendship for now.
A lot would happen. Like,
So rightfully so, I need to obviously ask you the same question because, like I said, it seemed to be like a little bit of a love triangle of some sorts whilst in the house, with even so much as a little kiss that was shared between yourself and Ozee. I know you know what I'm talking about, girl. We all saw. Listen, it's all over the Instagram, Twitter. We all saw it. So, what was the relationship between you and Ozee? Was it just like a strategy? Did you know that Ozee was also getting close to Victoria? Talk to us about everything from your perspective.
Well, like, friends. We had the whole, what did they call us? Back checkers vibe. And that was what it was. I had no business with what he had with Victoria. That was their own friendship. I was focused on my friendship with Ozee, and we are still friends.
Okay. Ozee also recently said when he came out of the house that he is in a relationship. Did that or does that make you feel any type of way?
No, because we're friends.
But do you kiss your friends?
I mean, I guess, but I mean, it doesn't mean that we're not friends.
Okay. So the status of the relationship is strictly friendship.
Yeah, it's strictly friendship.
Strictly friendship. All right. It's only right that I come back to the man in question, the criminal in black. It is, of course, Ozee Mbadiwe. What's going on, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Your brother was here last week, and you know we chopped it up. We talked about a whole lot, and you know his perspective of some of the things that happened within the house. I've asked the 2 ladies about the love triangle. I want to hear from your perspective because recently you came out to say in interviews afterwards that you are in a relationship outside of the house. So talk to us about what was going on. What we were seeing, was it Ozee, the lover boy, Ozee the player, or Ozee playing the game?
Well, I'll tell you this. I've been saying the camera shows, but it doesn't see.
Okay.
Do you understand? So we in the house just understand how it operates. I did mention that I was in a relationship in the beginning anyway.
In the very
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah. So it's not like something that was surprising. It's not Ozee the player, Ozee anything. No, it's just Ozee. I think a lot of people don't know. I'm very comfortable around women anyway. My actual closest friend is a girl. You know, being tied for like 24 years. So just having friends and being able to show affection is just how I genuinely operate. So and when in the house, it's a game. At the end of the day, you make friends, you have each other's backs. You can't no.
I think one of the most beautiful things to see this season was the relationship between the two sets of twins that were in the house. I think that is so beautiful to see that close bond. Of course, you and Ozee being extremely close. What was it like when he left the house? And obviously, Wanni and Andy. But we'll start with you. What was it like when your twin brother, also your partner, left the house?
Well, it was like we got into this because it was the opportunity to get into this together. I don't know if I would have gone into it on my own. Do you understand? So when that happened, it was like, oh, that. But still eyes on the prize. Either way, like the thing about twins is a victory for one is a victory for both.
Period.
Yeah. So I just said, okay, I'll keep your spirit with me and I'll keep riding.
I'll take it and I'll run with it. How about you, Wanni? Was it the same for you?
It was harder for me because Diana, like, she's my wife, she's my soul. And you know, we entered the competition as a peer, so we weren't expecting to be separated.
She looked for the finger.
Separated.
Right.
So it hit me very hard that she left the 8th week. But like I always said, I feel like it was a blessing in disguise especially for me to like just show myself more to the audience outside the ship that I formed with Andy and Sean. And it was an amazing 2 weeks without her, but now it's going to be an amazing life with her.
Absolutely. One of the moments that you guys really teamed up as twins was, of course, with the whole Ruthie situation. Now, we can't overlook it. We got to talk about it. I want to hear what really happened in that instance from your perspective.
To be honest, it's faded memory.
It's faded memory.
Yeah, like,
should I pull up the clip? We can.
Really, if you pull up the clip, like in that particular instance,
Yes.
like the issues that happened, and like I've talked about it enough. Is in the past. I wish her all the best. I was saw her last night.
Okay, so where does the relationship stand now?
As it is.
Which is, you guys
Just,
are cordial, you guys are friendly, what's
no,
the vibe?
there's no cordial there. Just people that knew each other. So yeah.
Okay, people that lived in a house and I guess went through an
Yeah.
experience together. All right, interesting. Heading back to Victoria. Now, everybody said that, nothing happened between yourself and Sean. And, I also think I loved your relationship and your friendship with Cassia. It seemed genuine, but there are some people that thought that, maybe it's like strategy. What would you have to say about that? Was the friendship genuine?
Definitely, it was a very genuine friendship. I don't force connection. That's one thing about me. And when I just feel like if the friendship is going to be, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If you're not supposed to force anything. And with her, I was just naturally attracted to her energy, her bubbly personality, her positivity. She's just a very nice, genuine person, and I did not have to like force anything. It just happened, and we're friends, very good friends.
Who do you feel like the biggest game players or the biggest strategists in the house were?
So there are lots of game players, but I'll just stick with it when he's married.
Okay.
But everyone did go. Everyone brought in their A game. Yeah, so that's how it feels.
How about yourself, Onyeka? Who do you think were the biggest game players in the house? Who do you think was, using strategy to kaku? Questions. But do you have the answers?
I actually didn't.
Okay, you didn't care. Just everybody doing their own thing. Right.
Focused on me, right?
Focus on you. And you know what? I feel like that focusing on you thing was a thing that a common theme this season. I don't know if you guys have seen online, but a lot of people said that this season in particular was quite boring. So much so that Biggie sent in Toke Makiwa into the house to try and spice things up. So from you guys' perspective, obviously you were in the house. So yes, there were little bits and drips and drabs of drama. But why do you think this season was labeled as the sort of boring season? Anybody can answer this, because this is honestly for everybody. Everybody was in the house together.
I can go. So firstly, I know that it was less chaotic than previous, and I just think people are not used to seeing people just being calm, cool, collected, and people just not wanting to be so confrontational all the time. But coming out of the show, firstly, I know that people watch the show. From just the engagement I'm getting on pictures, if the show was so boring, I won't be having over 11,000 comments on the picture I post. So I'm like, I think, when you sit down to watch a movie that you're like, it's boring, but let me just see what happens in the end. But then you go through this movie and at the end you're like, okay, it wasn't though so bad, even if it was quite slow. So I think that's what the season was. It was different, but I think it was quite interesting with the kind of ships that were formed and the kind of alliances that were formed in the house.
Okay, Ozee, how about you? Why do you think this season was kind of coined the boring season?
The word boring is subjective. I think it's more so like people think, a lot of people are used to chaos being entertaining. But I just look at us as the sacrificial set to show that you can come in this thing, and if you truly stay clean, no reason, which is your attitude is calm, it's diplomatic, it's mature. I think we showed a lot of people that you can have a whole bunch of, like, Nigeria is divided into so many different types of people. Just because some people like chaos, there's also some people that respect maturity and how you handle things. And from now on, I bet you, moving forward, when people are applying, people that are like that will be like, okay, I can actually come on this and be successful. I don't have to come and pretend to be something I'm not, or force fights or all kinds of crazy things. I tell people, Big Brother is 10 weeks, and in his life after. Don't make temporary decisions that cause permanent pain.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How about yourself?
Love it was a lot to me. So
Ships though. Do you feel like all the ships were genuine? Because there were a number of ships.
well, I just feel like they met each other where they were at that moment. So I cannot really say this one is genuine or not because you know how relationships
No,
are.
but you to a certain extent because you're in it. You're in the house. You're seeing these people, so you kind of know who naturally gravitates toward each other. Who has that physical energy of like kind of wanting to be together. No.
Well, I was really busy in the house. You know, I was really busy. So I didn't have time for so many things. Like that's your business. That's your business. This is my little interesting life here.
Okay.
So I was really busy with that.
Okay. Everybody busy. Last but not least, Victoria, why do you think the season was quite kind of like the boring season?
So I feel like a lot of people might be used to negativity and chaos. This set was quite peaceful and it was versatile. There were lots of amazing personalities that a lot of people have actually not seen before. Being an introvert, being to the show, people would definitely just be like, oh, okay, what is she going to do? Do you understand? But you don't have to be chaotic to be able to like make things move and just like trend along.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, and I think that also the season. So a lot of people were more mature going into the house as well. So that maturity definitely shined through. So let's talk about future plans. I'm going to start with you, Wanni.